up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I am in Illinois, almost to Missouri. And I'm in my truck, as you can see, on my laptop. And thanks to this little device by a company called 𝗏𝗏𝗱, I have Wi-Fi in my truck, which is awesome because I've used every device in the world, and none of them ever work whatsoever at all. So there's that. All right. I'm driving and I'm listening to the 𝗏𝗂𝗍𝗿 radio show, podcast, or whatever it is. If you don't subscribe to him, you may want to, because he had two guys on, Mike and somebody else. Sorry, whatever somebody else's name was, I forget. And it was a really good radio show. And then after that, I listened to another live stream, radio, podcast, whatever. And they had a guy named 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗆 on, and he's talking about, alien abductions and how they've been going on for years and how he thinks the government is keeping an eye on them. They don't exactly quite know what it is yet, but they're keeping an eye on it nonetheless. Well, that's ridiculous. And to all those YouTube channels, Secure Team and all the other fugazi, multi-million subscribers, never get hit with copyright dudes that help push this agenda, if you truly investigated UFOs, you'd draw the exact same conclusion as myself, many others, I don't know, people like 𝗏𝗍𝗿𝗆, stuff like that. These are interdimensional beings that our government, or the people that control our government, are contacting and getting technology from. Here's one quick way you can tell who's behind the UFO phenomenon. It isn't very hard. Watch this. Riddle me this. Why is it that back in the 50s and 60s, when people took videos, or pictures of UFOs, they all looked like this, and this, and this? You see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? They all look exactly like the vehicles that were being built in that time era. All of them. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? All of these devices are man-made. All of these devices are probably technology that they got from doing black magic and occult practices. We know that everybody involved in the governments is always somehow, one way or another, connected to secret society. For crying out loud, we had two presidents, both from Skull and Bones, running for president at the same time. Nothing to see here, no big deal. And then, in 2018, I have never seen aliens introduced so much into the public imagination. And then the History Channel is coming out with Project Blue Book on January 8th. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? The elites have always wanted to do a staged alien invasion. That's their deal.
For decades, only crackpots and crazy people believed in UFOs. That's what I thought anyway. And then in recent years, it turns out that governments have been taking them seriously all along.
From E.T. to Area 51, the idea of aliens has long dominated the human imagination.
What is that? Holy crap.
Front now, the former Pentagon military official who ran the covert government program up until this last November, Luis Elizondo. Luis, thank you so much for your time tonight. I mean, first, tell us what the purpose of the program was and why it was so secretive.
It was misled by the company.
The purpose is, and always has been, is to misguide the American people. These guys are going to try to pull off a staged alien invasion, which is why this is suddenly something that was completely secret, sometimes completely denied, but now it's going to be a mainstream television show. Do you see what I'm saying? This is declassified documents from the CIA when they were going to try to overthrow Fidel Castro. What they were going to do is try to project a picture of Jesus in the clouds. And Jesus, they were going to use this as well as loudspeakers to convince the people of Cuba that Jesus wanted them to rebel against Fidel Castro. Links will be in the description. This is old declassified information. This is back in 1961. They've had this on their mind for a long, long time. The only problem with this particular one is they couldn't figure out a way to make the clouds stable enough to project the picture on. Well, how could you possibly fix that, I wonder? Well, shucks, I don't know. Let's trick everyone into climate and tell them that we're going to spray an artificial stratosphere. Do you see what I'm saying? They use this bullshit all the time, and they're going to use it again. You think it's a complete and total coincidence that this is all popping up right now? Harvard already came out in 2017 and said these exact words and then pretended they didn't say it. And now they're coming out again saying, oh, by the spring of 2019, we're going to block the sun to cool everything off. They're terraforming the planet, and they're making the atmosphere into an enormous movie screen. And Project Bluebeam, that's out the window. They don't care about that anymore. I know this is Project Blue Book, but it is what it is. I'm in my truck, so whatever. They're going to spray the skies for a variety of reasons, an absolute variety of reasons. Is it self-replicating nanobots? Maybe. Are they changing DNA? Maybe. Are they terraforming the planet? Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't go around and dump nuclear waste, Fukushima, dumping oil, every other thing into the ocean, genetically modifying the food, fluoridating the water, and spraying the skies because you have a plan to live here after everyone else is killed off. That's not what it is. It's not what it is. These guys had this idea back in 1961, and the biggest hurdle they faced was, how can we keep the clouds stable enough for this to look real? Well, it appears they figured out a method. No? At any rate, Richie from Boston. Links will be in the description. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.